sometimes they are saving your life. A lot of times in traffic, I used to get so pissed off in traffic. And I would be cussing and fussing and everything else. And Mama, they won't be out my way. Da, 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 da. And Mama used to say it all the time. Hold on. Because that person can be saving your life.
Mm-hmm.
You so rushed to get past it. You so rushed to get to your destination.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know if you're going to make it there.
You're right about that.
Right?
You're
and
right.
so, like, those types of things, I stop and take account of it. Right? Me and Juwan were in a rush to get to U of L. Now, we were not rushing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone hit us when we were following all rules of the road and everything. Someone hit us and propelled us into traffic.
Mm-hmm.
However, we were still in our minds saying to ourselves, we have to get to U of L right now.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't even have stopped and ate breakfast that morning. We had to take breakfast with us, right?
Yes.
So if we had just stopped
And
just took our time, did everything like we were supposed to, we would have been there, right?
Definitely.
We kept straight because we thought it was a quicker destination because the highway was backed up.
Mm-hmm.
So we took that alternate route, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we just have to stop, slow down, and take inventory.
You're right.
Just stop and slow down. Sometimes that traffic is going to save your life.
It is.
Sometimes that car ahead of you that is taking really, really slow or really long and to get over in the right lane because they just riding that fast lane and you like, I'll be daggone. They are saving your life, right?
Definitely.
That thermostat, like going completely out, saved our life.
It saved our lives.
So I'm like, thank you, Juwan, for letting that thermostat go out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord, for letting this thermostat go out. Okay, now, can we change the battery now?
Can we get it done now?
Can we get it done now? So, shout out to my cousin Roger. Really, who came out and saved the day for us and was able to get that attached, and we now have heat. However, it's those little bitty things that we miss, right?
Yes.
And they're everywhere around us. All the way from dreams to I'm thankful, girl. I'm thankful all the way down to them dreams, girl. Them
Yes,
dreams.
ma'am. I understand. I understand because I'm a vivid dreamer, and
Really?
it's crazy. I've had a lot of crazy vivid dreams, and I've been since I am a dreamer, I've always wanted. Ever since my grandmother died, I'm like, oh my God, I haven't had a dream about her yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is she there? Is she talking to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where is she?
Yeah.
So one night, I was sleeping and she appeared in one of my dreams, and it's crazy because like it was like I was talking to her in real time and asking her stuff that I wanted to ask her, at that point in time. And
did she respond?
She did.
Oh.
She definitely did. She asked me. She said, "No." I asked her. I'm like, "Grandma," I said, "Granny, what are you doing? Like, what? Can you tell me this?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, it's blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Right.
And like it's a lot more detail that I really can't get into, as opposed to what I was asking her. But it was just right on time, right when I needed it. And a lot of times you don't get that unless you're ready to receive it.
Yeah.
And I looked at that at the situation as if, okay, well, I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to hear from her yet. Maybe she's gonna come when she wants to come. And
that is powerful to be thankful for dreams.
Definitely
for dreams, because we're thankful for dreams, but we're thankful for the communication.
Yes.
The communication that is still there.
Yes.
Because they are omnipresent with the Lord.
Yes, definitely.
So that communication is still there.
And she's always here. I had the sense of everything, a lot of things that go on in my life, that has been going on in my life since she's been gone. It's just, as something as far as it could be so small, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my grandmother looking out for me. Like that's her sending her vibrations, and her spirit is shining down on me. Her energy, I can feel that around me. And I know it's the same for you with Uncle Juwan.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, my goodness. It's like you're here.
Yeah. Girl, I can tell you all kinds of stuff. I can be here crying like no other. I'm sorry.
Same.
I have not. Girl, I don't have. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. I do have some napkins, some tissues, just in case. So I'm going to tell you one dream, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a pivotal dream. I'm actually going to put this dream in my book. Okay. So, and for all those who are logging on, this is a show that we are impromptu having on talking about giving thanks and giving thanks for everything and taking an inventory of your life for what you are truly thankful for, right? So let's post. Folks can call in. I think I have. Anyone can call in as well, 603-3041, 502-603-3041. If you all want to call in and talk, however, you can just post your comments on our Facebook Live as well. Okay, thanks. So we are talking about what to be thankful for. And I'm going to share a dream. I'm thankful for communication. I'm thankful for our ancestors. And the communication comes in the form of dreams, right? So I had a dream right after I got engaged. Me and Juwan, I was pregnant. Okay, so let me start there. So another thing on not just Pan-Africanism, but a lot of times it is a belief when you're pregnant, you're in the celestial world.
Definitely.
Right? Mm-hmm. So in the celestial world, okay, so after I give this, I got to give someone else just commented here. We got to give their thankful shout out. In the celestial world, I was pregnant, right? So I was pregnant with twins. We had just got engaged. It was, we got engaged on Valentine's Day of 2016, right? My mom was still alive. My mom passed away in August of 16, and I had the babies in July of 16, right? So I'm literally, everything just in 16, so many things, 16, 17, whatever, all 18 were so, eventful years. So, okay, so back to the dream. So I had this dream, and in the dream, this is right after we got engaged, right? In the dream, it was a completely white space, to the point to where you could not see where the walls and the floor met. Like, it was that white. It was like stark white space, right? And in that space had one huge long row of chairs, right? And in these chairs were folks that had passed away. Yeah. And so I was there. Me and my older two daughters were then young. At the time, they weren't young, but at the time in my dream, they were young, right? Had little white dresses on. And then my grandmother, who had passed away, was there. And I went up to her, and she greeted me like she always greets me, right? And we were talking and everything else. Now, my mother was right beside her. My mother didn't talk, and it was a very young version of my mother, right? But we're going to pause on that one. So then I was like, oh, my goodness, there's my dad, grandma. So, and in that dream, my mother never said a word. Never, not one time. So, and I'm sitting there talking to my grandmother, and she's just telling me about this dream. Just telling me that she's so thankful for seeing me. And I was saying, hey, there's Dad, there's Daddy. And she was like, okay, baby. And they never got up from their chairs. But a lot of the other folks had gotten up and had met with other people, who were, I don't know, their other loved ones or whatever else. The room was huge. It was huge, filled with just people. But that long line of chairs were the folks that had passed away. Just one row, right? So I run over to my dad, and I'm like, hey, Dad. And he's like, he has a smile, a somber smile. It was like he was very, very happy to see me, but it was like a somber look on his face, like, like, right, like he wanted to see me, but he couldn't tell me everything.
Yeah, I get that.
So then he meets Juwan, and I was ecstatic. I was like, Daddy, this is Juwan, and he was like, oh, and so he gives him, you know how you shaking someone's hand, and then you lean in. And now, mind you, there is from here to here. They're talking to each other, right? But he leans in, and he's talking, and I can't hear what he's saying. To this day, I had no idea what he's saying to him, but Juwan was in agreement, and he was like, okay, that kind of thing. And so then after that, the folks come back to the long line of chairs, and he's like, hey, I have to go, baby. And I'm like, no. So it's one of those where I'm wrapping my arms around his legs, and I'm begging, no, Daddy, don't go. And so everybody disappears at the same time. So as it's disappearing, I'm waking up out of this, right? And I don't want to. You never have a dream where you're begged to go back to sleep. And Juwan at the time was waking me up because my pillow is completely wet, right? I swear I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. My pillow is completely wet, right? So I jump up and I tell him everything, and in my mind, my father has just confirmed the fact that you are asking me to marry you. So I'm like, so it was right, literally the week after we got engaged, that I had this dream. So I go in and I run into my mother's room and I tell my mother about this dream. And she was like, I was in the dream. I was like, yeah. I said, but she didn't say anything. And then I'm sitting there telling her about grandma in the dream, and telling her about Juwan and Daddy having this conversation that I couldn't hear. And I just thought it was a protective father thing. And I had this whole thing, right? And it was great. It was great to know and to have that confirmation in my spirit that it was meant to be, right? Yes. That my daddy said yes, and it was okay. But I missed something. In dream, there's communication, but there's multiple communication. Definitely. And I have really realized that in your dream, when we all focus on that one thing that happened in our dream, we miss all the other stuff that is already happening. My mother was in the dream. My mother passed away not 6 months later. Now, she was in the dream, sitting on the same row of all the other folks that had passed away. But it was a younger version of her that I had never saw. And she was completely quiet, and she never said a word.
It wasn't her time.
Never said a word, exactly. So it was almost like a preparation. So the dream was a communication dream. And I didn't get that until after my mother passed away. Until after my mother passed away, I was like, oh, that's why she did it. Because it wasn't her time to talk.
Yeah.
She wasn't there yet. Right? And that's another reason why my dad was so happy when I was talking about Juwan and the sound of his face. But then when I said, Mom's over there, he kind of looked like, like this somber look just came, and it was like he knew something, but couldn't say it. Like he was sad for me for what was to come.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So pause. So I say that about my dream, right? I'm thankful for communication. This is why I'm saying the dream, right? I'm thankful for communication. But the thing that makes it special about that communication between Juwan and my daddy is that Juwan died on my daddy's birthday. He died on my father's birthday. Now, I tell him, girl, I got all kind of dates, all the way from the date my mom died, which was August the 14th, 2016. The next year, August the 14th, 2017, is the day I start my PhD program. The day I had to report in for my very first meeting for my PhD program. Now you tell me, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Girl, I got dates and times and all of that. Yeah, dates and times and everything else that just add up to different things. And that's the one thing that's constant in this life is numbers, right?
Yes,
numbers and time. Time, dates, numbers. That's always have been here,
yes,
right?
Definitely.
And so I am. I'm just thankful for that communication and thankful that I can tap in to the communication.
Yes,
right?
that you understand that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we do have some thankful shout outs online. Okay, Miss Nanny Grace Cronin saying, I am thankful for my bomb, I can't say that word, support system. I'm thankful for life, and I'm thankful for every little detail of who I am. Amen. Yes.
Growth
Love
is awesome.
Yourself, baby.
Self-love is
yourself.
everything.
Yes,
self-love and self-knowledge.
Yes, self-love and self-knowledge is everything.
Yes, ma'am.
And to be thankful
for that.
Oh.